Howdy, folks, and welcome to episode 143. All good things to those who wait. And this is not our normal. This is not normal bat time, nor the normal bat station. Well, this is a normal bat station, but we are a day late and a dollar short, as they say. And it's because I had to go see my nibblings sing in their Christmas concert. No, they did a great job. It was fun seeing everybody up there. So yeah, we just decided to go ahead and push off for the night. We got Charles on hand here. It says evening. Think I'll have some coffee while we wait. And Nguyen is in here saying hi everyone. Howdy, bud. I don't think we're gonna have as many people tonight as normal because it is uh, a day later than normal, but hey, whatever. Um, so again, no sales that I'm aware of over at Wiley Games, but that doesn't stop you from going over there and looking at the goods, picking up PDFs that you don't have, or picking up a nifty mug like this one right here. Nifty King of Diamonds with the Captain Kirk. This is from the card from the Fistful of Lead Galactic Heroes card deck. So they got all kinds over there. That's good stuff. Go check them out. Wiley-games.com. Best gaming experience I've had in a long time is with Wiley Games. So then what? Oh yes, Geek Gaming by Luke APS. You definitely want to get this stuff. Check it out. So this is. I'm going to go ahead and embiggen myself, Reese.
Go ahead.
So this is what the stuff looks like. So there's a lot of different material in there, and I mean you could put this stuff together yourself, but it's going to cost you, an arm and a leg to get all the stuff you need, and then you're literally going to have more. You're literally going to have more stuff than you will literally ever use in your lifetime. So go to, I think it's if you're in the States, Geek Gaming US. There you go, buddy. GeekGamingUS.com. Pick it up. It's made in the UK, but they ship it over here to St. Louis, and our own McMurray helps get the orders packed up and sent out. And when you place your order with them in the order notes, let them know that you saw that you saw them talked about here, and they will McMurray. If McMurray sees it, he'll put in something special for you. I don't know what he will put in there, but he'll put something.
Mine was not made for public airways. Anyway.
It didn't look like a submarine, did it?
No.
All right. Charles says you have precedence over everyone, even Ardwolf Slayer. Well, thank you, Charles. I appreciate that. And then Chris Long, hey, how you doing? Hello, all. He says my favorite basing company. And med basing is my favorite. I really like the med basing also. All of my prequel trilogy miniatures have the med basing on it. My 3mm Arab and Israeli armies have the med basing on them for obvious reasons. It just really, really, it's good stuff, man. It's just such good product. So go check them out. Like I said, I believe it's geekgamingus.com. Chris Long says, I'm scared what he will put in my next order. Hey, you never know, man. You never know. So yeah, we've. You might notice the background looks a little different than normal. It's a lot darker in here because I don't have all the lights turned on. I'm actually needing to get some printing going, so I might. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get some stuff turned on here, and get going there. I've been printing a crap ton of these little guys. Uh, they're actually about 7.5 to 8 millimeter to the top of their heads from the base, so they're not exactly 6, but the 6 just looked way too small for my old eyes and my brother's old eyes. So, yeah, we embiggened them a little. So we've got that going for us. And then Goya says, "What are you up to, Reese? Yeah, Reese, what are you making?
So I'm putting
What
together
you doing? What you doing, Willis?
some what you talking about? Anyway, I'm putting together some support teams for my Vietnam Marines for the Battle of Hue game for March to Victory.
Outstanding. By the way, if y'all did not already know, and if you were here last week, you do know this." And I'm sure we'll talk about it again when McMurray gets here. He is supposed to be here. He's hoping to be here. I guess he's still dealing with work. So, but March to Victory is happening. It is I believe the 22nd and 23rd, or the 23rd and 24th, however that works out, that Friday and Saturday, a week after St. Patrick's Day, the week before Easter, is March to Victory at Game Cafe in Independence, Missouri. So if you're in the Kansas City metro area or can get to the Kansas City metro area that week, I'll be there. McMurray will be there. Reese will be there. We might have a Todd sighting. We might have a Warmutt sighting. Maybe. If it plays out right, we'll have the veteran wargamer sighting there, my brother. So yeah, if you can make it to Kansas City metro area, come on down. I think we're gonna do our best to keep it at $20 for entry. It's gonna be Friday afternoon. I think we're gonna start. I think first session is gonna start at 2 until about 5. Then we'll take an hour break, goes 6 until 7, and then or maybe it'll go a little later. I don't know. We're hoping to we'll be there until about 11 o'clock. The game store stays open until midnight, but we're gonna wrap up around 11 or so, and then we'll open back up like at 9 a.m. Saturday morning and go until 11 o'clock again on Saturday night. No Sunday, no vendors, no silent auction, none of that nonsense.
Maybe less drama.
There'll be a shit ton less drama because at that point in time, our vendor is going to be the store that's hosting us, Game Cafe. I went in there the last 2 weeks ago when we were there for Wiley Wargaming Weekend, and it's a nice store. They've got 3 gaming levels. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I will do that. Towards the end of the night, into the show, if you'll remind me again, uh, I will get all of this posted. I'll post a link to Game Cafe and to March to Victory, so you can take a look at see what the game store looks like. And of course, you can get your get information on March to Victory. We don't have anything really posted just yet on anything for March to Victory about other than the date. So let's see. Oh, Richard Keenan's in the house in Evening Hall. I almost forgot about the show tonight. Yeah, Richard, it's we're at a night off. I had to go watch. Like I said, I had to go watch the Nibblings sing their hearts out for their Christmas concert at school. So we decided to postpone for the night, and here we are. And then me and Mike says, hey, everyone. Hey, Mike, thanks for dropping in, buddy. And then, like I said, Ningoya wants some information. So I will post that. I will figure out how to post on the community tab in here on YouTube, because I've never done that before. I'll also post the information in the Discord on the Discord server and up on the Facebook page. So Ring of the Niplicans. No idea what a Niplican is. I'm saying nibbling. It is the non-gender specific term for niece and nephew for those that don't know.
That's a new one.
Yeah. Like siblings are your brothers and sisters. Nibblings is your niece and nephew.
Did not know
Learn
that.
something new every day.
You do.
Unless you're stupid. What you got there?
There's a spotter for one of my sniper teams.
Hold on. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Shouldn't he be laying down too?
Well, I don't have the gun on this guy, but he's
okay.
kneeling as well. It's from a famous photograph. I'll see if I can pull it up.
Okay. That's what Ningoya says. That's what the Green Giant calls his kids. No, that would be niblets. It'd be niblets. And me and Mike says nipple lickens. Alrighty. That's what you do behind closed doors at your home is not for me to judge. So I'm actually getting really excited about continuing. My uncles would call us kids nitwits. Yeah, it's right in there. I'm getting really excited about ACW. I know that's weird hearing me say that because I've not really had any. I don't want to say I've never had any desire to do ACW. It's just it's never been. To me, it hasn't been accessible for whatever reason. Maybe it's because I didn't want to do all the crap ton of painting that's that's necessary for it, or what. I equated gaming ACW with equating it to gaming the Napoleonics. You just needed to paint a crap ton of miniatures, and you guys know me. I don't want to paint a crap ton of miniatures, especially 28s. God, no. And so in all of the different game systems out there, you required you to have just a crap ton of bases. Well, with the knowledge of several of my direct ancestors being participants in the ACW in the American Civil War on the right side. It started getting me interested in learning about it, especially the ones that they were part of, like the Battle of Shiloh. And so I approached my brother Jay, said, "Hey, are you still interested in ACW?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Okay, well, let's think about this. We're always talking about what we want to do because we want to game together more. So, what are we going to do to make that happen?" And he said, "Well, why don't we take a look at Altar of Freedom? It's from the guys over at Little Wars TV. When I was, and this is him speaking. This is when I went out to Gettysburg with my OCS candidates. They were kind enough to bring out their Gettysburg table and run a game for my candidates. And it seemed right up our alley. Each brigade is a single stand. All right, done. That means the Battle of Shiloh, I need 11 stands of infantry. That's it, total. Like 2 stands of cavalry, and I think 6 stands of artillery for the Battle of Shiloh for the Confederates. I'm gonna paint up the Confederates. Jay's gonna paint up the Union, or the Federalists. I guess they're called the Federals. I don't know. Union, the right side, because the Yankees. Well, he's painting up the Union because his National Guard unit has direct lineage back to the Illinois infantry regiments in the Civil War, and the unit I was attached to in the Texas National Guard can draw lineage back to Hood's division. So there you go.
That's pretty cool.
Our goal, we're going to start small. We're going to start with Champion Hill. I'm going to need 9 stands of infantry, 3 stands of artillery, and 1 stand or maybe 2 stands of cavalry to print up or to paint up. And then we're going to hopefully have that. I'd like to have that done ready for a game in January. Fingers crossed. And then by March or April, we're wanting to have everything ready to go for Shiloh. And then for J3 in July, we're hoping to be able to put on the big game of the year is going to be Gettysburg. At least day 2 for Gettysburg, maybe day 2, day 3. So, let's see. Charles has, if I wanted to do a merchant boat raid and the soldiers were 15 millimeter, how big should the cargo ship be to look authentic? Mike says, which era modern cargo ships are huge? He says World War II, probably small merchants, less than 5,000 tons. This is probably about 400 to 500 foot length. Mike responds, Mike says in 20 millimeter, it would be about 5 to 6 feet long. So 3.5 to 4 feet in 15 millimeter. That sounds about right. So yeah, what you would do is you would want, Wardrobe's in the house. Hey, Toddy, good evening to you. You got the link if you'd like to jump in and join us. If not, that's cool. If you're, cooking dinner or wearing muumuus or whatever it is that you do these days. So what I would do, Charles, for a merchant ship is, maybe not even have a whole ship. Just like find uh, put together a model, maybe even using foam core, and you just don't have the ship, just have the decks. That's a thought. That's an idea. So just throwing it out there. Okay, what do I got here? Oh, crud. It didn't save. Boo and hiss. Boo and hiss. Okay, so what else have you been working on besides your Battle of Way?
So I rebased all of my currently built World War II Pacific,
Okay.
which was a bigger project than I expected, but not as big as it sounds. We're talking about one
Right.
box of models. I've got a lot of stuff that's not built that still needs to be built and painted. So that was good. Picking up and reorganizing um, the project room, and then
Yeah.
sorting through my World War One stuff and figuring out which side I'm going to fully build first, as well as working on my kit bashed 1916 U.S. Cavalry for the little incident that happened in Mexico about that time. So
Ty wants to know if you're prepping for March to Victory.
I am.
Yes, he is. As am I. I'm planning on having uh, another game of Ocean Thunder.
I'm in.
Doing Battle of Matapan. So Brits versus the Italians. In 1/6000 scale, of course, because dead easy to paint. And although the table looks rather boring to look at, seeing ships at the right scale, shooting at the right distances, to me is a lot better than doing it in 1/2400 scale. He said, Wardrobe says, I've put it as a tentative on my calendar. Good to hear.
I'm going to need you to sit down for at least one session.
Yeah, so you can shoot me in the face with an RPG again, right?
Remember, this one's cooperative. There is going to be nobody playing the enemy. So
Still isn't going to keep him from shooting me in the face with an RPG.
very true. I'm never going to forgive myself for that one.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You know, for a very unbalanced game, it actually turned out decently well.
I had a lot of fun with it, man. I don't get me wrong. Yes, 1/100 is ostensibly 15 millimeter, Mike. It's close enough for government work. Telemachus, how you doing, buddy? Beep beep from the cheap seats. Hey, there are no cheap seats here because they're all free. Yeah, 1/100 scale is 15 millimeter or close enough. It's like 1 to 101 point something, I think, or 99 point something. It's close enough for government work. We'll just say that. Reese, do you remember when Warmut is starting his challenge?
I believe it's January 1st to January 31st, if I remember correctly.
So just 1 month?
Let me check, but I believe so.
Because I want to talk about it.
I've got the info, so let me get to it.
Since he's not here to talk about it himself.
Yeah, since he's not here to defend himself.
Miramax says a pirate ship was typically 100 to 150 feet, and I'm finding 12 inches and up for pirate ship models.
The 1st to the 31st.
All right. So I have, yeah, but everybody knows this, but me, I'm a horrible, horrible friend to War Mutt. I apologize, Mutt. Um, I'm I don't. I guess what we have to do is, do we have to tell them how many points we're thinking of painting, or just everything is worth 1 point, right? Shit, I don't remember. Hold
Okay,
on.
you want me to read off the community note?
I got the rules here somewhere. Hold on. Okay, here. Minis can be primed before the challenge begins. Partially painted minis are allowed. An entry video or post on the Facebook group is required. All painted minis must be based to count as completed. And it's a point system. My 15 millimeter is 1 point, 28 to 32 is 2 points, 35 plus is 3 points. Terrain excluded for now. So I guess what we have to do is say this is how many points we're planning on painting, and then the challenge is to reach that goal. So what I'm going to do, because unfortunately I cannot use my tanks, and I can't use my ACW, I'm going to paint up some of my Skullforge guys. And you'll notice that I've got a different, I'm not using the red translucent resin anymore. I mean, they actually look like real miniatures now. I mean, everyone says we all support each other YouTube wise, but nobody can possibly keep up with all of our content. So easy to miss things. Yeah, but I'm in a group chat with War Mutt on the daily, so I feel really bad about that. The red, yeah, doesn't he look like Swedish fish? It looks like he's made out of the same candy that's made out that they make Swedish fish out of.
Who's that supposed to be?
I don't know. Just some galactic, or not galactic, but some movie hero with an M203, nice. M16 with a UGL on it. Yeah, you're welcome, Mike. He says, "God darn it! Now I have a Swedish fish craving." You're welcome.
I've got a long story about why I no longer eat Swedish fish, and I don't really think it's suitable for this audience.
So I've got already printed, ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Star Wars guys, at least. And then I've got 1, 2, 3 Sardaukar from the new movie Dune. These guys with the swords. By the way, March 1st is when the new Dune Part 2 comes out. And then I've got these two big ass dudes. I got are they the same guy? No, they're different dudes. This cat's carrying an M60.
Nice.
So just in these guys alone. Oh no, wait! I got even more. Hey, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 3 more Star Wars guys, 4 more Star Wars guys, and 1 more Sutter car. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I guess that would be 36 points worth of dudes that I can be ready to start painting on right away and not have to worry about anything. So, yeah.
I'm going to put my mounted figures on hold for the painting challenge so we don't have to sit here and figure out how many points a 54 millimeter cavalry figure is worth. I'm just going to do infantry.
Right. Oh, wait.
I think I can
Another
get 90,
car.
I think I can get 90 points done. We will see.
I got 38. I got 38 points here. If I can find one more dude to paint up, I'll call it 40 and call it good. And I think I might have just found him.
I have no idea what this pose is supposed to be. He looks terrified.
Is this head supposed to go on here? Maybe not. You're talking about a head?
Well,
what's up there? A head? I kid. Metermank says I'm going to set a very small goal for this challenge, but more than one. Telemachus says 2. Mike responds, at least 3. And then he says, ugh, no candy in the house. The horror, Telemachus responds. Mike says I might have to take a gummy vitamin to try to slake the cravings and the withdrawal. So I've got the sniper, but I don't know if I've. Oh, okay. No, I see why. I need a different head for him. He's not a clone trooper. He is a scout trooper. So I'm going to have to find a scout trooper helmet. I'll find another dude and get him painted. And so I will make him. I will get him to 40. I will get I'll get myself to 40 as my goal. Now I could prime him up and paint him. Stormtrooper with a rocket launcher.
Never have too many of those.
Right? So yeah, I can. Y'all heard it here first. I think I'm going to do. I think I will go ahead and say I will do 40 points and see if I can do it.
Well, I'm going to be bold. And I'm going to put 90 on the board and see if I can hit that.
For you, that's just 30 models.
Right.
For me, it's 20. For me, it's 20 models.
Right.
Charles says minimum 130 figures, max 200. Jesus, mother and me the mule. Percy Block's online. Priming naps right now for Mutt's challenge.
Nice.
Ninguea says that trooper looks wicked and he's not even painted yet. Me and Mike says if Charles is doing 130, I'll try for 13. Richard Keenan, I got some mounted Napoleonic officers from front rank today. They look great. So I need to paint at least 8 horses and men. There you go.
Horses are tough to paint.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that part of my ACW.
It's in my display case.
You know, in ostensibly large, we'll call them heroic 6mm. Right. Because aren't these heroic 28s? They're 32s. Come on, let's get real. And 28s were heroic 25s. So,
well, if you measure,
that makes 32s super heroic 28s or 25.
If you measure from the bottom of the base to the top of the standing guy's head, you could get 35mm, which would put them at 3 points apiece.
Hold on.
I'll go get a dark trooper and we'll compare if we need to.
Now you're saying from the bottom of the base.
Well, and I'm thinking you might even be able to get it. You might be able to get it from the base of the foot too, if I remember correctly.
So you're talking about?
I think they're pushing 40.
Where did all my tape measures go? Oh, there's one. Okay. I'm getting warm in my office. Oof, that. Turn that down a little. All right. Break out my Wiley handy dandy Wiley tape measure. And we're going to measure this dude right here. He is from bottom of the foot to the top of his noggin. He is 37 and a half.
There you go. 3 points apiece.
Let me see. I need to take a look at one of my one
As I
of
said,
the dudes.
I thought they were pushing 40.
Let me look at one of the guys that's actually from Fantasy Flight / Atomic Mass. Not the guys that I've printed. Because that may be different.
And I'm going to tell you they might be a tad taller.
Who, the ones I've printed, or
the Atomic Mass ones may be a tad taller?
Okay, so we've got Count Dooku here. Well, that's not right. Wow. That's insane.
What is it?
Looks like he's pushing 42.
Oh wow. Yeah,
Now,
I
you
knew
can,
Legion figures were a tad on the tall side.
okay, hold on. Let's look at this guy. Yeah, he is straight up. This guy right here is straight up 40.
Okay.
Wow. How about my Roger droids?
They're gonna be what, 38?
Yeah. So let me. Yeah, that's about right. All right. Well, Star Wars dudes are over 35 millimeter.
There you go.
So I'm going to say, well, and this guy is definitely over. I mean, yeah. So he's Legion scale also.
Gotcha.
So I've got two of those. I need to take a look at these guys though. They're shorter.
I will back you up on the points thing with Warmud if I need to.
Now the Sadakar are 28s. They're true 28s. So I had what, 4 of them, I think. So yeah, I've got. I'll have. Well, if I go 8, 12, 14. What's 14 times 3?
14 times 3 is 42.
Yeah. So there's 42 points. Plus, yeah, I should be able. I should be able to say 50 points easy. Okay, what are y'all talking about here? Y'all are PG 13 people. PG 13. Let's see. Richard says, I got some mounted Napoleonic officers. Yeah, okay. I might enter the challenge, but I'll only be doing 3D printed World War I biplanes and barrage balloons, but they're all Axis and Allies sized. You got to take that up with Warmut, man. Charles says the 130 will be 28s. Balance will be 15 millimeter. That's cheating. I'll use 3 millimeter figure on a 33 millimeter thick base by that calculation. 15 millimeter or bigger, boys. Yes, Charles, which is why we should measure from the top of the base. Yes. Base to tip. Yes, top of base. So I'll just be able to enter at the kitty table, I guess. Size matters in this challenge, Telemachus says. Ingwe says, oh, Telemachus, that's the way to measure, but width is better. Good God, guys. That's what she said. Absolutely, that's what she says. Upward curvature helps also. For the love of monkeys. You ring that bell all night long. Y'all are just disturbing. Disturbing individuals, and I love you all for it. What have I come back to? We're discussing how to measure our miniatures. That's what we're discussing, Chris. I don't know what the rest of these fiends are talking about. I'm talking about measuring of miniatures. So in the process of cleaning, I have come to the conclusion that I have misplaced my Director Krennic miniature that I had already painted. And I have no idea where he is. And that's bothersome to me. Quite bothersome to me. That just means I'm going to have to get another one. Or I think Skullforge has one of him that I can print out.
I believe there has been one released.
So, but yeah, I'm a bit upset that it is missing. Oh well, life goes on, right? A lot of people would look at this like, "Oh, hey, it gives you a chance to paint another one." I look at it like, "Oh shit, I gotta paint another one."
Hey, there's the head. And a couple other things. Anyway,
Ninguaya says you came back to not Jay after hours. Yeah, pretty much. Meander Mike says, believe it or not, referring to how to measure the miniatures. Ninguaya says a day late. He's in that place you put him in so you would remember. See, that's the thing is I didn't. I didn't put him in a place so I would remember.
When's the last time we had him out?
Oh shit. I finished painting this. This was when my desk was still down in the basement. I was freezing my crotches off. And that was almost 2 years ago.
I remember seeing him, but I think that was when I was at the old place too. So I think you showed him off on stream or something.
Yeah. So I don't know where he is, and that bugs me. Oh well. Good Lord. I'm not even going to read that. If y'all want to read it, y'all can read it. I'm not repeating it on screen. Because that's just that is wrong. RONG, wrong.
So I've been doing a lot of research because I've been building out my support tables for Way.
Yeah.
I can't figure out if M113s were in the battle or not.
Okay, so who is that Way?
It was the Marines. You had the couple of Arvin units. And the not the 101st. The 1st Cavalry did perimeter operations, but not in the Citadel.
Well, Chris Long might have some insight for you.
I would love to pick his brain.
I know if there was any American infantry army, you would have had M113s almost definitely. I don't know about Marines. HUE, Telemachus. Yeah, we know they had them, but did they have them at Way? That's
here's another very relevant question. Do I care enough to not put one on the support table? So
here's my thought for you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking for a truly historically accurate representation of the battle?
No, I just want you to feel miserable during it and good afterwards.
Rule of cool.
So,
Mary Mike says the Armored Cavalry Squadron, 7th Armored Cavalry Squadron had M113s at Way. So there you go.
I know. I said, as I said, I know they did perimeter operations, but I didn't know if they actually breached the Citadel with them. Okay, cool, awesome.
There you go. Either Arvan or 7th Armored Cav.
Sounds good.
Artillery crew in sack coats. Found a 144th scale ship. Kind of looks like a merchant.
Hey, that works.
There
Charles,
you go.
I'm often
So-
using underscale vehicles and/or airplanes for gaming.
Yeah, so all of the airplanes for Flames of War and Team Yankee are 144th scale. So there you have it. And for God's sakes, it's a ship. I mean, it's going to be big. It should be big enough.
You'd think.
Yeah, you'd think. All right, let's see. Pulling core in sack coat. Yeah, that could sound bad also. I'm putting together. I had already put together this build plate. I don't know what happened. I thought I had saved it, but apparently I didn't.
So you want to talk about size dilemma? I'll be right. I gotta grab something to show you.
Calcutta Light Horse Raid Goa. And then Percy Block says Full Metal Jacket movie for reference. Oh, there it is.
Kind of the mood I'm
did
going
do
for
it.
with it. So there are two kits on 135th scale of United States Marines in Vietnam that are on my budget.
What's that?
They're from there are two kits of United States Marines in Vietnam that are on my budget. They are from the same manufacturer.
Yeah. Okay.
They're two different heights. They're two different scale heights. They're both supposed to be 135th.
So the question I got for you is, are the weapons scaled properly?
Yes, the weapons are all the same scale.
Hey, guess what?
Yeah.
They had short people and tall people.
Oh no, I'm making it work. I'm making it work a lot. Yes, they're from Dragon, and so I've been doing a lot of kit bashing because I've only got two kits and I need more than 8 Marines, and so I've been getting a lot of duplicates and throwing a lot of extra arms on them and doing a lot of kit bashing with other stuff. We're making it work.
Your extra arms, is that because the Agent Orange?
Yeah, something like that. But it's going to be interesting to get it all to work. So anyway, I think that's all I was going to show off. I take it back. I got one kit that I need to get done that I think is just perfect for it.
So if you ever want to see an actual one of those,
yes,
go to the Texas Military Museum at Camp Mabry in Austin.
Yeah, I've been there. It's excellent. It is excellent. So anyway,
all right,
I can be little again.
Okay, bear with me. I'm
no worries. If y'all want to stare at my ugly mug, go right ahead.
What? There's not enough free space. Why not? Is this thing like just full of shit on it? Doesn't have that much stuff on it. How big is this damn drive? Get info. Oh, it's a 500 megabyte drive. No fucking wonder. All right. Son of a bitch. Okay, that can go away.
But you know me, most of my weapons are going to be aftermarket anyway.
Yeah.
So
I'm not sure why my keyboard added research. That's okay.
I knew
We understood what you meant. Okay, so 603 megabytes. Hold on.
and I don't know what's up with Dragon's M16 mold and their Vietnam kits, but it stinks.
Oh,
Yeah, the stock is doing this number, and then the barrel's doing this number, and the carry handle doesn't even look right.
well, that's no bueno.
No, it's not. That's why I buy the aftermarket M16s.
All right, so we're gonna slice that bad boy up. Will anyone be playing board or miniature gaming with any family over the holidays? My brother Jay and his family should be back in their house a week from tonight after the fire back in July. So we might get some gaming in. We're unsure.
Has he gotten a new copy?
Damn, this thing is fast.
Has he gotten a new copy of Gaslands yet?
So he just filed the the claim for all of his gaming stuff that got lost.
Gotcha. That's a lot of money.
He's getting 1,100 back. Okay, let's slice. Let's see. Everyone is at deer camp here. Yep. Ningway wants to know what deer camp is. It's where Rudolph and all the other reindeer go to learn how to be better deer.
If only.
No, like Telemachus says, it's for hunting purposes. Yeah, you go to deer camp. It's called deer camp. Really anymore, it's you go to a hotel to sleep. You get up early, and you drive your Ford F-250 King Ranch Limited Edition out along the paved roads until you get to a well maintained gravel road, and drive till about a half mile in, and then walk 30 yards to your tree stand.
Is that how y'all do it in Illinois?
Don't get me started, dude.
We hunt them a little bit different down here.
I know. You hunt them the same way as they hunt them in Texas.
Yeah. Well, maybe not. Do y'all have like mule camps up in the mountains in Texas?
Yeah.
Okay, cool then. Awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know. There's some deer camps down here that are like pack horse exclusive. So
yeah. Okay, why are you not letting me save this? Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay.
Oh.
Now we're gonna go here, and now we're gonna save it.
We had part of this season's bounty for dinner tonight.
Anyway, says thought it might be a place. Charles says reindeer steaks, yummy. Telemachus says, or RVs. Moose meat is perhaps the best meat I've ever had. I am very fond of bison.
I am too.
Bison is quite tasty. Meandering Mike says, I just ordered some elk, bison, and venison summer sausages, but they did not have any moose. And Goya says, ground moose meat and spaghetti sauce. Oh, my.
This thing was 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago. I roasted a whole deer leg and had some folks over. It was good.
There you go. I'm going to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
I am not a huge fan of deer.
Okay.
I can't. Now I like deer meat sticks.
Okay.
You know, like sausage, like Slim Jims.
Mhm.
Those are good. But anytime someone uses venison in place of beef or pork,
Mhm.
it's a little too gamey for me.
Okay.
Um,
And it
now,
may be how
probably-
they're preparing it too.
Yeah, I think what it is they're preparing it as if it were that item. You know, like using it like in a meatloaf or something. It's just because it's pretty lean. I mean, deer is very lean. You have to either add like a 70-30 ground beef to it, or some suet. Or you got to get some fat in there somehow. A local store here makes wild boar sausages.
Ooh.
You know where you can get a shit ton of wild boar? Texas. There's an ungodly number of wild pigs in Texas, to the point where you see them. If you see them, you can shoot them any time of the year. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Elk is like deer, even deerier than deer, more venison-y than venison.
It's a little hardier though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now what I have had is a venison stew. That's really good. Walkabout said had some bear meat last week.
Now that is some good stuff.
I've never had bear, but isn't that? I've been told that it is fatty. I guess it depends on when you get the bear.
It can be. It is, in my opinion, it's a better pork than pork.
Oh yeah. All right. Elk is amazing. Nagoya says I want to try eel. I mean, unagi in sushi is good, but yeah, you just want to go with it that way. There is nothing you cannot get in Texas. Facts. I used to get wild boar sausage from Hunter's Reserve, but their quality went way downhill. Wild boar have invaded parts of Canada now.
Yep.
Charles says, with my beard on occasion, and yeah, I got size. I've been accused of being Santa, and I usually come back with, I'm going to retire and start a reindeer steak online service. Nice. Meander Mike says, Antelope, why do we always start talking about food or strange historical guns?
Because those are two things I like.
Fair enough. Bucket list of Nagoya says bucket list of mine is to visit the outdoor food stalls in Morocco and get grilled camel. We make camel feed at our mill.
What kind of percent protein?
We had a problem with bears this year, so lots of the native bands have bear in their freezers.
Yeah, didn't y'all get somebody killed by a bear this year?
Walkabout Game says nerds. That's why. Yeah, facts. That's true facts. Okay. I'm about to print out enough artillery and crew. If I can. There we go. Enough artillery and crew to play for the Confederates to play. Yeah, all the way up to Gettysburg. Someone says bear meat smells if they eat only berries, at least black bear anyway. Ninguaya says, I do not get mistaken for Santa, but Nosferatu with a stash. Percy says, Trash Panda for the win. Now, something I have noticed, I haven't seen them here yet, but I have seen them in Missouri, and that's armadillos.
Y'all don't have those?
Mm-mm.
Huh.
Not here in, well, maybe down south.
Yeah.
Well,
can they swim? Who am I kidding?
So.
There's enough bridges. I'll just walk across the bridge.
If they don't get hit first.
Oh, yeah. That is their problem. They tend to jump.
Well, see, that's how most of them get hit. Is their defense mechanism is to jump and curl up into the ball. And what they do is when the car gets over them, they jump and hit the engine block, the underside of the engine or the transmission, and that's what kills them.
Yeah, it tears up stuff underneath your car too.
Yeah. A couple of interesting things. Armadillos are one of my favorite animals. They are a carrier of but cannot contract leprosy. So they are studied quite a bit for that disease. When they have their young, it's always 4, and it's always the same sex, because they're identical quadruplets, because they come from the same egg.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
The armadillo can also turn off the pregnancy. Not abort it, stop it. And then when the environment gets into better conditions, start it back up again.
So pause it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
See, I don't get to learn all the fun stuff about armadillos. So that's
armadillos are cool, man. Armadillos are cool. There's as the song goes, armadillo, softer than rocks, harder than pillows. Niguea says, if you ever see it available and like honey, leatherwood honey is quite striking, super good. And I don't even, what? If you like sweets, look up Nun's Farts. I have no idea. Guys, I'd be careful looking that shit up on the internet, because you have no idea where it's going to send you. Be right back. People keep dropping stuff off, Christmas stuff off for his wife, Chris Long. Might need to go down to 10 millimeter size figures. Note, I have not bought any figures yet, so delving into a new area.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
Crawfish. Okay, so I like me some crawfish. specifically crawfish etouffee. That's the business right there, boys. Crawfish etouffee.
You know what you're talking about.
A good jambalaya. Niguea says it is the English translation for a French treat. All right. I'm not looking it up.
Yeah. Crawfish are good. Really good.
Yeah.
I like them boiled, just straight boiled.
Pets du sur plus something. Yeah, get that French out of here. The hell with the French. So I've got this. I had this set up behind my TV when I had the old 55-inch Samsung. And what it is, if you can't tell, is a LED strip. And let's see here. God, you stupid. There we go. I'm wanting to figure out where I want to put it in my room. Because I can do this with it. Theoretically. Yeah, there we go. It can change colors. Again, theoretically. I don't know where to put it, you know? Oh, there we go. And of course, the remote. Oh, there it goes. The remote control does not work very well. That's interesting. Must be a break in the. Yeah. I don't know. I've got it. I spent money on it. I want to use it. Charles says we only have one decent model shop close to where I live. Never got out of there without dropping $100+ I feel for you, buddy. I feel for you because same when it comes to stuff like that. Because, well, I don't have anything close to me here. Everything is at least. I mean, we've got a Games Workshop centered and D&D centered store in Hannibal, which is about 45 minutes away. But yeah, beyond that, to get to a good game store, we either have to go to Springfield, to Titan Games, or down to St. Louis to get to Miniature Market. Now, that being said, we've got one of the best hobby stores, scale model stores in the Midwest at Mark Twain Models or Mark Twain Hobbies. Now, Charles, you shouldn't be too far away from, Brookhurst, Brookhaven, one of those. Not rush hour. It's 20 to 25 minutes, dude. I would knife somebody to be able to get to some, gaming hobby related place in 20 or 25 minutes. 20 or 25 minutes gets me across the river. Brookhurst, that's it. Thank you, Telemachus. Brookhurst. So, I'm printing up the Cannon and crew 11. It's going to be a total of 11 stands, and it's only going to take like 30 minutes to print on my new Mars printer.
Should be done by the time we finish stream, right?
Yeah. Yep. Oh, Brookhurst is in San Diego. Well, aren't you in San Diego, Charles? I thought you were in San Diego. Oh, no. There is no Brookhurst in San Diego. Yeah. It's up in Los Angeles. That's right. Or the Los Angeles area. I remember learning about Brookhurst back in model railroading days with my dad. Looking in the back of Fine Scale Modeler. Or not Fine Scale Modeler, I'm sorry. Model trains. Or what the hell?
I think those arms were.
What's going on with his arms?
They're orange.
No shit.
So, 2 different kits.
Being from Arkansas, I didn't think you didn't like the color orange.
You know what? That's why it gets painted.
Because with orange, you got Tennessee to the east and Texas to the west.
And OSU.
Oh, yeah, and OSU. Well, but see, OSU's not in your conference.
No, but
Texas and Tennessee are.
Tennessee's not there yet. I mean, Texas isn't there yet. They will be.
Next year.
I'm looking forward to those.
Do they play? Does Texas and Arkansas play next year?
I believe they do. I don't think that Arkansas would have let them not. There's so much history between those two teams.
Okay. University of Texas 2024 schedule. Great. Yes. Okay. Yes, November 16th. We are not going to be friends that day, Reese.
That is fine. I will not be friends with my mother-in-law that day either.
Oh, is she a TSIP?
Big time.
Yeah. Let's see. Texas out of conference games are no joke.
Who are they playing?
They got Colorado State, at Michigan, UTSA, and University of Louisiana Monroe.
Louisiana Monroe is your easiest team on that.
Yeah.
They're not bad. I mean, Arkansas has faced them down several times.
Yeah. They get into conference play, and that's Mississippi State, Oklahoma, Georgia, Vanderbilt, Florida, Arkansas, Kentucky. Last game of the regular season, Texas A&M.
Oh no, that's going to be a fight.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
well, as I said, Arkansas has had their struggles
up until this year. So is Texas.
I am not happy about our new offensive coordinator. He used to be the head coach at Arkansas.
Oh,
and we fired him for ethics reasons.
but they brought him back
And we brought him
as
back
an
as offensive
OC.
coordinator. This has been like 10 years ago at least, but still.
That's a moot point.
I was sitting
Unless
there
he's
screaming at my phone. Jessica thought somebody had died, and I said, "No, we just hired Bobby Petrino back." And she goes, "Who's that?" I said, "Don't worry about it." Yeah, I'm not happy about that. Yeah, he will be a wonderful offensive coordinator, but on principle, I do not like him.
yeah.
So, sorry for my little rant there, but
Didn't he used to be at Louisville?
yep, he went to Louisville after Arkansas. He's pretty decent at Louisville. He can recruit and he can run an offense. Those are his two big strengths. So
He has been every damn where.
mhm. Now maybe he's cleaned up his act, and maybe he had a heart to heart with the athletics director. I can't say, but
Yeah. He was a head coach for the Atlanta Falcons for a while.
really,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. He must have not done well with them to wind up back as an offensive coordinator at Arkansas.
Right.
But this said none of my business. But whew.
Yeah, he coached at Atlanta before he went to Arkansas.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what, he'd take over from Houston Nutt then in Arkansas?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yep.
Probably boring everybody to death with this SEC football.
Hey. It's what it's.
McMurray still at work.
I think so, yeah.
Hope he hadn't had too long of a night.
Okay. I gotta find the proper tray here. You can have a offload, or not offload, but put my infantry dudes into one of these trays. But I gotta find them first.
Well, when you get a chance, I want to talk about it. I want to pick your brain about convention game size and stuff.
Go ahead.
So if each man's controlling a 4-man fire team,
Okay.
what how big is too big? How many people you think are suitable for that?
You are playing you're going to be playing Fistful of Lead, right?
No, I am playing
No.
a variation of 5-core.
Okay.
So it's
what is the how is activation done?
so activation is I move half of my models and leave half of my models basically on ready. And then you can move half your models and leave half of your models on ready. And the models on ready can interrupt actions.
Okay.
So, but keep in mind, this is not we're going to have two sides. This is going to be the games master play in the opposition.
Right. No, I
So-
get that.
That's another thing that's throwing me.
So, all right. and each player is only going to control a single four-man
Four,
fire team, right?
four, maximum 5 guys.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. Okay, so
probably going to limit it. To,
I'm so used to 5 with Fistful. Let
yeah,
us
well,
probably said
and five core is based around the 5-man system,
uh-huh.
but if I limit it to 4, I think it frees up a little more table space for people.
Okay,
So,
and you're going to stay on the standard 4x8, right?
yes.
Or or 4x8, 4x6.
I think it's 4x6. So
Okay.
lots of terrain.
Let's see here. I would say you should probably be able to easily, and this is dependent on you because I think you're probably going to scale the opposition to the number of players you have on the table.
Correct.
So really, it's up to you. How comfortable are you in controlling the appropriate amount of opposition to your players? I would say, obviously, you want to have probably at least, at the minimum, 2 players.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I would probably not go with more than 6.
Okay.
Maybe
I think I can put 4.
maybe 8. Huh?
I know I can put 4 on there.
Yeah, I would say in your write up to send to Robin,
Uh-huh.
tell them 2 to 6 players.
I think 2 to 6 is good.
So
I'm trying to make sure I have the proper fire teams and everything else for it. The opposition will never be on the opposition will never all be on the board at the same time.
right.
So that's going to help me quite a bit. You're going to be moving around, patrolling, and exploring points of interest. What happens to those points of interest is basically based on a die roll.
Right. Yeah.
So
it makes sense.
It could be everything
like
from
for me,
evacuating civilians to a random sniper taking a shot, and you having to deduce what building the sniper's in, to a full couple squads of NVA rounding the corner and going, well, crud, we're in a gunfight now. So
yeah.
I ran it on Tabletop Simulator with a Star Wars cover over the top of it, because
Right.
my buddies were more into Star Wars than Vietnam. I was like, I'll just throw down Stormtroopers and Rebels. It's the same thing. And we did it in Mos Eisley with 2 people, and it went well. But they each controlled enough. They controlled 8 figures at that point. So.
And see, I'm going to be able to, for Battle of Matapan, I'm going to be able to have 8 on my table.
Oh, that's awesome.
So because it breaks down nicely, Italy had 4 divisions. They had the Vittorio Veneto and 4 destroyers in one. They had the Abruzzi and Garibaldi cruisers, and so two cruisers and 2 destroyers in another. They had one with 3 heavy cruisers, the Bolzano, Trento, and Trieste, with 3 destroyers. And then they had a 4th division with 3 heavy cruisers, the Fiume, the Pola, and the Zara. All 3 were sunk, and 4 destroyers. And then the Brits had one division that had 3 battleships, the Barham, the Valiant, and the Warspite, an aircraft carrier, which I'm not really. It's going to be there, but it's not going to be used probably. and 9 destroyers for
Okay.
one. Then they had another one with 4 light cruisers and 3 destroyers. And then they had 2 convoys being escorted. One escort or one convoy was escorted by 2 light cruisers and 3 destroyers, and then a second uh, convoy was being escorted by an anti-aircraft cruiser, 2 destroyers, and 1 merchant ship that was actually got in close enough to the battle.
I got you.
So I got a shit ton of printing and painting to do. But they're 1/6000 scale, so it's actually going to take me longer to uh, prep the bases than it is to actually paint them. So now, if I don't have that many players, I'll just have to figure out, which, like if I only get 4 players, what 2 Italian divisions am I going to have, and which 2 British divisions am I going to have?
Well, here's another question I got too. Is so one of the things on my support table is a squad of infantry. Should those be divvied up when they hit the table, or should that be put under somebody's command to take on 2 squads?
So when you say a squad of infantry,
Sorry, not a
we
squad.
talking
Fire
about
team.
a
Fire
okay.
team.
I wanted to make sure, because
Sorry,
if you're
I
saying
need to
a
use
squad, that
proper language. That's 10 men versus 4 men. So,
and is it Army infantry or is it Marine infantry?
it's Marines as well. Everything on the board that is controlled by the players will be Marines.
Okay. So, and if I remember correctly, that's three 4-man fire teams makes a Marine platoon or squad,
I believe so, but also keep in
and
mind
3 squads make a platoon.
this is the middle of way. Everything
Yeah.
is under strength, way under strength.
Oh yeah. No, I get that.
Most of the figures I modeled are like bandaged up and wounded. Like
Yeah.
they've been in the fight a long time.
So, are they gonna?
This is going to be basically
So
a
are you
unit
gonna
of
are
Marines
you
that
gonna have ad hoc fire teams where,
basically.
like, you got one fire team that's just all M16s, and then there might be one that's got an M16, an M79. Oh, we got lucky. We got an M60 with us,
Yeah, exactly.
and this guy's got an M14.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's
Okay.
going to be shotguns on the table. There's going to be M16s on the table, M14s, M60s. Yeah, the whole gambit.
Didn't the Marines keep the M14 longer than the Army did?
So in some units did, some units didn't. The units in Way were mostly M16 equipped, I believe. There are some
Okay.
pictures of M14s floating around, but I think I'm about 50-50 M14, M16 because I like the M14 and it gives me some variety. So.
Okay, it was 68. Okay, I couldn't remember how
January,
early and
February
or
is
late it
60.
was.
So
31 January to March 2. Holy shit. So basically all of the month of February.
Mm-hmm.
And 68 was a leap year. So it was 29. Yeah, it was 29. It was 32 days long.
Yeah. It was intense, to use the word.
Well, I mean, that's where they slept.
Yeah.
In tents.
But it's going to be good. I hope I do it justice. It's going to be a lot different than I think a lot of convention games. And I hope I do it justice. It's the kind of game I enjoy.
I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good. So you can only you can only ran through a campsite. You can never run through a campsite
Why is that?
because it's past tense. Hey-o.
That's too good.
And we dropped from 9 viewers to 6 viewers.
Of course we did.
Oh, come on, guys. That was funny. I don't care who you are.
That was pretty funny. But only the RTO can call in for support. So there will be a commander figure on the board. There will be an RTO on the board. So
very cool. Very cool. How big? Excuse me. How big are the flags? Regimental flags and national flags. During the Civil War.
I'm not sure exactly.
Telemachus says, watch where you're pointing those puns. You'll poke your eye out. Yeah, pretty much. Niguay says, guys both have pictures behind you. What are they about? So yours is a map, isn't it? What is that? It looks like a map.
It is every aircraft produced by Ling Temco Vought from 1917 to 1967.
Nice. So 50 years of
it was their 50-year commemorative poster.
I used to have a poster like that, but for North American.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was cool. So obviously you've got the F8 in there, and you got the Corsair in there.
Yep.
There's probably plenty more that I'm just not remembering off the top of my brain. The Kingfisher. OS2. Kingfisher.
You've got the A7.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because the A7 was a
further development of the F8.
F8.
Yeah, it's got the XC-142. It's got the Flying Flapjack. It's got the Gutless Cutlass.
Man, you know what? It's the gut. I love the Cutlass. It just, I know it was a crap airplane. I know it was it was also known as the Widowmaker. I know that, but there was just something about the Cutlass which was so cool.
A lot of biplanes.
Oh yeah.
That I don't know the names to, and then some sort of like torpedo or dive bomber. About 1937, 1938 or so. I don't think it went into production, but
let's see. Vought torpedo bomber. The TBY Seawolf. No, that was Consolidated though.
Yeah.
Oh, it was designed by Vought, but entered service and was built by Consolidated. Oh, the SB2U Vindicator. That's your.
Did that get used at all?
That was a dive bomber.
Well, then it might be a dive bomber. I'm looking at
Yeah.
it and seeing. Um, there's a lot of Corsairs on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 9 Corsair variants. No, 10 Corsair variants on there.
Nice.
So,
So,
yeah, they gave that to my grandfather in '67, and then he gave it
Nice.
to me. So,
oh shit! Fire save the mattress. So this is because I can get to it and hang it back up easy. This is the picture that I have hanging up in my office. You know what that is?
Javelina.
That is absolutely right. That is a javelina. And javelina, also known as the collared peccary, is. I gotta make sure I get this hung up right because I don't want it falling. Nope, didn't get it. There we go. It is the mascot to the first university that I went to. Let's see here. Do I have? Oh, yep, here it is. See right there?
A&I.
Texas A&I University. Texas A&I till I die. It is now known as Texas A&M Kingsville. But it is also the university that my mom and dad met at. It's also the university that my Aunt Mary went to. And she is the one that I got this from.
You know, I debated about going to Kingsville.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. For a master's program.
There you go.
So,
probably something with cows, right?
yeah, ranch management.
Yeah, okay. You only have one of the largest ranches in the United States.
Yeah.
There. And the very first president of the school, when it started off as South Texas Teachers College, was my great grandfather on my mom's side. And the reason they are the Texas A&I Javelinas is he was bit by one on campus.
That's too good.
Yeah.
So Harding, where I started out, not where I finished, is the Bisons. And they used to have a bison on campus, but he got a little unruly. And so the college president issued a public statement to him saying if he didn't change his ways, they were going to eat him. And so he didn't change his ways, and they ate him.
There you go.
So,
well, guys, I forgot to put it on.
Oh man, how bad is it?
Well, now I gotta see if I have to. Now I gotta see if I have to clean the vat. Ugh. What a pain in the ass. But it ran. I don't know now if yeah. Grr. Where's the plastics. I had a plastic spatula. There it is. Is it in here? There it is. Grr. Yep, I'm gonna have to clean the. Damn it. Well, I'm not gonna worry about that right now.
Yeah, anyway, you're right. I wish I could just zoop, but I can't.
What's that?
I'm holding what you need.
I've got it.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, same one.
Yep. You were talking about. He said cool quilt. So this is a t-shirt quilt that Donna made for me, and it's made from different t-shirts that have meaning to me. Like this one here. It says www.texas.home and the Texas flag. So I was driving from Kansas City to my mom's hometown, Floydada, Texas, to go visit my granddad. A couple of months before he passed away, and I was driving with a buddy of mine named Dan, and we were in a Dodge Sebring convertible that I rented to drive down there. And we were in the middle of Matador Ranch, about hour and a half from Mom's house. We were just outside of Paducah, Texas, not Kentucky. And I was doing about 75 miles an hour in a 65 mile an hour zone. And about 2:00 in the morning, and cop pulled me over. State Highway Patrol, DPS, pulled me over, and he asked me to get out of the car and walk to the back. And I'm wearing that T-shirt. And says, "Where are you headed?" I said, "Floydada." "Floydada?" "Yes, sir." "Where are you coming from?" "Kansas City." "Why would anybody be coming from Kansas City to go to Floydada?" I said, "Well, I'm going to go see my granddad." "Your grandfather?" "Yes, sir." "Who's your granddad?" "Jim Word." "Your granddad's Jim Word?" "Yes, sir, he is." "Just slow it down, please."
I've got one of those stories through Western Grove.
Apparently, this DPS guy, the state trooper, he wasn't in Granddad's scout troop because he wasn't from Floydada, but he knew Granddad through scouting. So, yeah. Yeah, we do have a wonderful country sometimes. I will agree with that, Nguyen. You got a wonderful country too. The 2 times I've been to Canada, I've enjoyed it immensely. Once I went to I don't remember the name of the town, just the other side of International Falls, in Minnesota, across the border, into it's Fort something or other. Big ass paper mill. No, Windsor is in Detroit. No, this is International Falls in Minnesota. Hold on here. Bear with me. Maps.google. Maps.google. Oh, hey, last time I was on Maps.google, I was looking at Pittsburgh Landing. International Falls, Minnesota. Fort Francis. That's it. Fort Francis, in Canada, and we drove up along. I think it's Rainy Lake. Yeah, it's Rainy Lake, which is pretty big. Well, Nguyen, the thing about geography is I know a lot about geography of all over the world because I graduated with a bachelor's of science in geography. So I don't know a lot of details of a lot of countries, but I know where they are, which is a shit ton more than what a lot of Americans have, which is a damn shame. But then I also went into Canada when I went canoeing. Now, when we went to International Falls, it was 1981, 81. So I was like 10 or 11 years old. And that was with mom, dad, Jay, and me. And we were in our 1976 Pacer. So it had to be 80 because in 81, dad bought the St. Regis, Dodge St. Regis. Anyway, the next time I went into Canada was when dad and I went canoeing into the Boundary Waters in Quetico Provincial Park, north of Ely, Minnesota, and that was a fun trek. That was a lot of fun. So where I found out that moose cows swim really fucking fast.
Yeah, no joke.
We're canoeing up a really long lake. It's called Lake Agnes, and we spent 3 nights on that lake. It's so big. Almost 40% of the trek was on that lake. And what's funny is that there was my dad and one other dad were the 2 adult leaders on the trip. And then we had the 2 appropriate, the 2 sons with the 2 dads, and then 3 more scouts, because we couldn't have more than 7 in our crew. That was, or actually 10. We couldn't have more than 10, but we had 15 in our total in our crew, 4 adults and 11 boys. So our crew, or our canoe, or our group, our crew was 7. 9. Wait. 2, 4. We had 7. They had 8. So 15. So we had 2 adults and 5 boys. They had 2 adults and wait, how's that work? Yeah, we had 7. They had 8. They had 2 and 6. And we did the same trek, but opposite of each other. So we went up the east leg and down the west leg. They went up the west leg and down the east leg. Anyway, before we got started, Dad, who was the senior adult leader of the trip, gathered everybody around and said, okay, guys, here's the deal. We're going to see some beautiful country. We're going to have a chance to see some interesting sights. And we will see wildlife. Uh, you want to, if you see wildlife, you don't want to make a big fuss. You want to quietly get everybody's attention and point out, what you're seeing so everybody can enjoy it. So here we are canoeing. I'm in the front of the canoe paddling. I was the I was the motor of the canoe. Dad was behind me steering. And off probably about 100, 75 to 100 yards, I see what looks like a log floating in the middle of the lake with a couple of twigs that look kind of like this. Well, it looked like it was caught in a current or something because it started moving. And all of a sudden, one of the twigs flicked, and I realized that's an ear on a moose. And before I could say, hey, Dad, check out the moose, I hear over my shoulder a bellow out of my father. Moose! Those ears went straight at us. And she made a bow wake. She was moving so fast.
I bet.
And we both of us just started digging in with the paddles to see if we could get close. At one point in time, I might still have it in a box somewhere, I've got a very fuzzy 110 print of the southbound or a westbound end of a eastbound moose as it was clambering out of the lake and into the trees.
Oh.
Like, nice, Dad. Nice. Yeah, let's keep it quiet so we can all enjoy the wildlife. But that trip was so much fun. We saw the Northern Lights when we were out there. And then at the very top of the trek, we decided we did not want to have to fuck with hanging the bear bags that night because, well, there are bears and bears love to scrounge. So all of your food and smellable items get put into these duffel bags, and then you hang these duffel bags 30 feet up into the air, right? In a tree. Well, we didn't want to have to fuck with it that night. We were halfway through. So we found an island. No bears. The water was deep enough that a bear wasn't just going to wander on in, even if they did smell our food or whatnot, they weren't going to come in because, well, they would have had to swim, and that'd have been more fucking, more than it was worth, right?
Yeah.
Well, it rained that night to beat the band. We had water running under our tent about 2 inches deep. You could go like this on the bottom of the tent, and it was like a water bed. We were out there like fucking midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, doing our best to dig a trench around the tent to divert the water. The next morning, we woke up and the water had risen so much that we lost about 2 acres of the island.
Wow.
And I don't know why we pulled the canoes up as high as we did the night before when we pulled in and got everything unloaded. We pulled the canoes way up, a lot higher than we normally would have and had been. And if we hadn't done that, the canoes would not have been there.
That would have been impressive.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. And fishing. I don't like to fish. I hate fishing. I've got better things to do than sitting in a boat or sitting on the shoreline, fucking throwing my line in and just sitting there. If I just want to sit there, I'll just sit there. I don't have to go fishing to just sit there, right? Gives you something to do. That's bullshit. I like catching. All right. And that's what we did in Minnesota. We could drop a bare hook and get a 3-pound bass like that. You know?
None of
So
those
we had a
5-pounders?
string. Huh?
None of those 5
Oh, no.
pounders.
No. Hold on. As big as a
I almost made a
goddamn
southbound
baby.
I almost made a southbound 35 comment earlier, but I resisted.
Yeah. It's as big as a toaster. Anyway, so we'd been catching fish because the first 3 nights we had fresh meat. We had ground beef. The first night we had steak. Second night, ground beef that we made hamburgers out of. Third night we had a ham steak. Every other night was dehydrated, whatever the hell. We couldn't hunt, we couldn't trap on land, but we could fish. We were allowed to fish because we got the proper fishing permits in Canada. So to augment our dehydrated garbage, we would catch fish, and they sent as part of the stuff that the food stuff they sent with us. They sent breadcrumbs and eggs to be able to fry up, and sent oil with us so we could fry up any fish that we caught. Sent a fillet knife, all that type of stuff. So what I would do is I would bait up a hook or put on a lure and just kick it over the side and, basically trawl with it and get a hit, reel it in, 3-pound bass, throw it back in, hit, reel it in, 3-pound bass, So we had a nice string of bass. We were going to eat good that night. I didn't have to clean the fish, luckily for us, because I don't clean fish very well. I know how to. I'm not good at it. My grandmother was really good at it. Anyway, Dad looked over where the stringer was back by him, and he noticed that, didn't we have like seven fish? He said, yeah, we had 7 fish. I caught 7. We only have 6. Did you put him on right? Yeah, I got him through the gill and everything. I'm like, okay. And kept going on. It looks like, okay, something's eating our fish. What do you mean something's eating? We now have 5.5 fish. oh, okay. Just next time he looks down, he makes another exclamation that should not have been made in Boy Scouts. I don't know the exact word, but it was either holy shit or holy fuck, one of those two, if I remember correctly. I was, what is it? I found what's eating our fish. And I look back, and the water is so clear that from the front of the canoe, I could look back and see a muskie was coming up.
Stab that thing.
This son of a bitch, its eyes were so far apart, its head was so big that the eyes were so far apart, you could put your hand like this between the eyes. We only saw, because yes, the water was clear, but it was also tinted, because this particular lake we were in had a very high iron content in the ground around it. So it was actually tinted red, kind of rust colored. And so it blocked a lot of light, the tinting did. So we didn't see the back end of the fish, but it went back about 2.5 feet to the front dorsal fin. It had to easily be a 4,
at least,
maybe 5 foot long muskie. That would have been a fight if I had gotten a hold of that. If I had been able to get a hold of that thing, and it would not have been good to eat.
Oh well, quit eating your fish.
What's that?
It quit eating your fish.
Yeah, it would quit eating my fish, but man.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be on here too much longer.
Yeah, it's 2:00 or 2:00. It's been 2 hours.
Don't forget more Mutts Painting Challenge.
Yes, starting January 1st. Post on the either, I guess you can, well, either make a video and post on your own YouTube channel if you've got a YouTube channel, or post it on the post it on the Discord channel that I've got, or post it on my Facebook thing, and then just tag him in it. I think that should be good enough. Like I said, either photos or a video. 1 point for every 15 millimeter finished, 2 points for every 25 to 32 millimeter finished, and 3 points for 35 millimeter finished. And by finished, he means tabletop grade with basing. Excuse me. So this would not count. Mm-hmm. Miniature itself is finished painted. The basing is not complete. So I need to complete the basing on him. Partially painted and already built and primed, you can start with, and it runs from January 1st to January 31st. I am going to commit, what did I say, 50 points, based on the fact that these guys are a lot bigger than I thought they were. So I'm going to have to get painting, and that's going to be more painting than more painting than I'm used to, and B, more painting than I need to do, because I also got to start painting ships for March to Victory. I got to start painting ACW for other projects. So these are just for fun at this point. And then, speaking of March to Victory, I will post up in. I'll post up links to March to Victory and Game Cafe in all the normal, usual places.
Don't forget your Gear Gaming Scenics.
Yes, yeah, gaming Cynics, ready basing.
Leave McMurray a note, right?
It is, yeah. Leave McMurray a note, and it is geekgamingus.com. I'm just double checking to make sure that it is. No, it is not geekgamingus.com. What is it? geekgamingusa.com. geekgamingusa.com for your base ready range of stuff. So
I can't
so
figure
be
out.
on the lookout for March to Victory and Game Cafe links. And guys, I want to thank y'all for coming on tonight. We will be back. We should be back regular time next week on Wednesday. And hopefully McMurray will be able to join us. Reese, thank you again so much for being here tonight. Otherwise, this would have been a really, really dull show.
You're all right.
So until next time, guys, we'll see you on the flip side.